Hi everyone. Welcome to our channel, where every day is a new step toward a better, stronger you. Here, we dive into powerful tips, inspiring stories, and practical advice to help you grow, unlock your full potential, and live a happier, more fulfilling life. So, if you're ready to invest in yourself and take on new challenges with confidence, join us daily. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Together, let's make each day count and become the best version of ourselves. Learn to say no when necessary, the power of setting boundaries for a healthier life. In a world where demands on our time and energy seem endless, learning to say no is an essential skill for maintaining mental and emotional well-being. Many of us feel obligated to say yes to every request, fearing that saying no might come across as rude or unkind. However, the inability to say no can lead to burnout, resentment, and a loss of control over our lives. This essay explores the importance of setting boundaries, the challenges of saying no, and the benefits of embracing this simple, empowering word. Why saying no is difficult for many people. The struggle to say no is often rooted in deep-seated beliefs and societal expectations. Many people face challenges when trying to assert themselves, particularly when they fear disappointing others. Understanding why saying no feels difficult can help us overcome these barriers and set healthy boundaries. Desire to please others, from a young age. Many of us are taught to be agreeable and accommodating. This desire to please can make it challenging to decline requests, even when they conflict with our own needs or priorities. Fear of conflict or rejection, saying no can feel confrontational, and some people worry that it will lead to arguments or hurt feelings. The fear of being rejected or judged can prevent people from setting boundaries, even at the cost of their own well-being. Guilt and obligation. Many people feel obligated to help others, especially family, friends, and colleagues. This sense of duty often leads to guilt when saying no, as if declining a request makes them selfish or unkind. Difficulty recognizing limits. Some individuals may struggle to identify their own limits, which makes it challenging to know when they should say no. This lack of self-awareness can lead to overcommitment and stress. The benefits of learning to say no. Mastering the art of saying no brings a multitude of benefits, from improved mental health to enhanced relationships. By setting boundaries, we regain control over our lives and create space for the things that truly matter. Protects mental and physical health. Constantly saying yes to every request can lead to exhaustion, stress, and eventually burnout. By learning to say no, we protect our energy and prioritize our own health and well-being. Promotes authenticity and self-respect. Saying no helps us stay true to our values and priorities, allowing us to make choices that align with who we are. This authenticity strengthens our self-respect and helps others understand our limits. Strengthens relationships. Ironically, saying no can improve relationships. When we communicate our boundaries clearly, we set realistic expectations and reduce the risk of resentment. True friends and supportive family members will respect our choices and appreciate our honesty. Increases productivity and focus. By declining unnecessary commitments, we can focus on the tasks and goals that matter most. This leads to greater productivity and allows us to channel our energy into meaningful pursuits. Practical tips for saying no effectively. Learning to say no is a skill that can be developed with practice. Here are some strategies for setting boundaries and saying no with confidence. Be clear and direct. Avoid vague responses like, maybe, or, I'll think about it. If you already know you need to say, no, a clear and direct response leaves no room for misinterpretation and communicates your decision respectfully. Use polite phrasing. Saying, no, doesn't have to be harsh. Using polite language, such as, I appreciate the offer, but I won't be able to, or, thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to that right now, softens the message while maintaining your boundary. Practice saying no in low-stakes situations. Start by practicing saying no in situations where the stakes are low, such as declining an invitation to a casual outing. This builds confidence for more challenging situations where saying no may be more difficult. Acknowledge your limits. Recognize your own limits and remind yourself that it's okay to protect your time and energy. Setting boundaries is a sign of self-respect, not selfishness. Offer an alternative if possible, if you genuinely want to help but cannot commit to the specific request. Consider offering an alternative. For example, if you can't meet a deadline, you might suggest a later date when you'll be available. Use body language to reinforce your words when saying no in person. Use confident body language. Maintain eye contact. Avoid fidgeting. And keep your tone firm. Your nonverbal cues can strengthen your message and convey that your decision is final. Examples of how saying no can change lives. Case study, the overworked professional. Imagine a young professional who constantly says yes to extra projects, weekend work, and helping colleagues, even at the expense of personal time. By learning to say no and setting boundaries, they regain control over their schedule, allowing them to recharge and excel in their role without feeling overwhelmed. The friend who always helps, a friend who never says no, may end up feeling unappreciated and taken for granted. By learning to say no occasionally, they can foster healthier friendships where their contributions are valued rather than expected. The parent learning to set boundaries. Parents who prioritize their own needs by occasionally saying no to non-essential requests set a powerful example for their children. It teaches them the importance of self-care, balance, and respecting one's own limits. Conclusion. In conclusion, learning to say no when necessary is one of the most empowering skills we can develop. It allows us to prioritize our well-being, foster authentic relationships, and lead a life that aligns with our values and goals. By practicing clear communication, respecting our own boundaries, and understanding that no is not a rejection of others but a commitment to ourselves, we create a healthier and more balanced life. Embrace the power of no and discover how setting boundaries can transform your life for the better.